7 True Horror Legends of the World. Behind the darkness of the night, hidden in every fold of culture, lie the horror legends that haunt you even in your dreams. These terrifying tales do not revolve around a specific region or time, but have become a gruesome heritage passed down from generation to generation. As time passes, these legends undergo a terrifying metamorphosis, branching into even more frightening variants. Like shadows that never fade, they continue to haunt the human mind with their unpredictable presence. While in some Western countries, residents prepare to welcome Halloween with echoing scary stories, in other parts of the world, horror legends have such a tight grip that they cannot be ignored. They are not just momentary entertainment. They are a part of the cultural soul that creeps into every dark corner of the mind. They not only tell scary stories, but create an atmosphere of fear that transcends the limits of time and space. The Night Watcher's shadows from cultures around the world emerge in unexpected forms, ready to send shivers through the veins of every listener. Do not underestimate the power of words in crafting these terrifying tales. They are not just words on paper, but incantations that can open the door to an unexpected world of darkness. Once you immerse yourself in these stories, it's hard to forget the creeping sensation of fear along your skin. So, be prepared to absorb the horror from every corner of this world. Horror legends come to life, creeping in the silence of the night, inviting you to dance with frightening shadows. Don't let yourself be lulled by comfort, because in every story, there is something lurking behind the curtain of darkness, ready to greet you with the devil's laughter, creeping through the night wind. Here are the 7 true legends of the world's most horrifying horror. Before watching this video, don't forget to support our channel by pressing the subscribe button, turn on the bell and like. Number 1. El Silbón. The legend that roams in Venezuela and Colombia, known as El Silbón, adds a touch of uniqueness and tension to the dark nights. This story involves a cruel rebel who transforms into a terrifying creature, carrying a bag of bones as a sign of the curse. Let's delve deeper into this eerie tale. Once upon a time, in a secluded village in Venezuela, lived a lone boy named El Silbón. Despite being pampered by his parents, his savage desires turned his life into a tragic tale. The tragic events unfolded due to his sadistic desire to consume deer meat. When his request went unfulfilled, El Silbón unleashed his anger in a horrifying manner. He stabbed his father's stomach and pulled out his intestines in an attempt to force his mother to cook them. His grandfather, a wise figure in the village, decided to administer a fitting punishment. With a whip that nearly took his life, El Silbón received a curse and was tormented with chili and lemon juice. His grandfather gave him a bag containing his father's bones as a symbol of the crimes he had committed. El Silbón, now transformed into a cursed creature, roams at night while whistling. Slowly, he enters houses without the inhabitants' knowledge. Slamming the bag of bones on the floor, he begins counting them with echoing sounds in the dark night. Homes left unguarded by human eyes will face a grim fate. Family members unaware of El Silbón's presence will meet their demise. This whistling death becomes a haunting specter for the village residents, instilling a paralyzing fear. However, there's a surprise in the darkness. If someone manages to catch El Silbón, it is said that the cursed fate can turn into fortune. Wisdom and firmness in confronting this terrifying creature can reverse the previously bleak destiny. The legend of El Silbón adds a unique and spine-chilling nuance to the cultures of Venezuela and Colombia. This story serves as a reflection of the crimes that alter destinies and the courage that can transform dark fates into light. Despite being frightening, this legend teaches about justice and bravery in the midst of lurking darkness. Number 2. Suicide Picture. From the darkness of urban exploration legends in the wilderness of Asia, there emerges a soul-shaking and haunting tale. A collection of folk tales creeps into our lives with a biting discomfort, mostly inspired by the calamities befalling the youth. One terrifying story surfaces from Japan, narrating the plight of a teenage girl ensnared in the wilderness of uncertainty. This girl, as told in the eerie legend, paints a picture of a young woman seemingly harboring dark secrets, her eyes staring straight into our souls. Terrifyingly, the girl uploads her eerie creation to the online world, only to abruptly end her life without a clear reason. However, as the saying goes, eyes are the windows to the soul, and in that image the hidden eyes of the woman tell a harrowing tale. Over time, daring netizens began leaving their digital traces, claiming they could feel waves of sadness and even anger through the eyes of the woman in the image. But it doesn't stop there. Some boldly state that the woman's lips in the picture begin to creep towards a smile, and her eyes blink at those who continue to stare longer. Going even further, there are horrifying tales of individuals who became entranced by the mystery behind the image. Those who dared to gaze at it for more than 5 minutes were reported to meet a tragic end, with desperate acts and subsequent suicides, leaving questions unanswered behind the hovering secret of the painting. This legend transcends beyond a mere spooky tale. It weaves threads of fear into the soul, prompting us to question what is truly hidden behind the eyes peering from beyond the paper, and how the image can ignite darkness within those who encounter it. A story that is not only frightening, but also invites us to cautiously gaze into uncertainty. Number 3. Nykur. Nykur is a mythical creature from Icelandic folklore, often described as a water spirit or a water horse. The stories surrounding Nykur vary, but they generally share common themes of danger and trickery associated with bodies of water. According to the folklore, Nykur is said to inhabit lakes, rivers, and other bodies of water in Iceland. It is often depicted as a shapeshifter, able to transform into a beautiful horse to lure unsuspecting travelers. The horse would appear docile and friendly, attracting people to ride on its back. However, once a person mounted the Nykur, it would gallop into the water, and the creature's skin would become adhesive, making it impossible for the rider to dismount. Once submerged, Nykur would drag the rider underwater, drowning them. In some versions of the tale, it is said that Nykur would then devour its victim. The creature is known for its malevolent nature and cunning ability to disguise itself. To protect against Nykur, Icelandic folklore suggests being cautious around bodies of water and avoiding riding any unfamiliar horses near lakes or rivers. Some stories also tell of specific rituals or chants that can be used to ward off Nykur if one finds themselves in a precarious situation. Like many mythical creatures, Nykur's story serves as a cautionary tale, warning people of the dangers that may lurk in the natural world and emphasizing the importance of vigilance and respect for nature. The folklore surrounding Nykur has been passed down through generations, contributing to Iceland's rich cultural tapestry of legends and myths. Number 4. Baby in a high chair. Once upon a time, there was a mysterious legend that transcended the boundaries of time, spreading far and wide across the world, but rumored to originate from the hidden darkness of Norway. In an undefined era, there lived a Norwegian couple who were always hindered from experiencing a well-deserved vacation, until one day, a rare moment arrived when they got a break to embrace happiness in a long-awaited holiday. They decided to find a babysitter to take care of their tiny baby at home. When the appointed day arrived, the babysitter showed up late, and soon after, a phone call informed them that her car had experienced an unexpected breakdown. However, the babysitter assured them that she would quickly call a mechanic and walk 15 minutes to their house. With an unusually confident demeanor, the couple strapped their baby into the high chair, gave a farewell kiss, and hurriedly left for the airport because time was slipping away from their grasp. The back door of the house swung wide open to welcome the babysitter. There is one version that tells the tale of the babysitter arriving at the location, but the house door was tightly closed and locked by the presence of a mysterious wind. In the darkness, she concluded that the couple, along with their baby, had left the house with swift and unseen steps. Another version of the story narrates that the babysitter met her demise in a horrific accident, struck by a truck on her way to the baby's home. Some swear that the babysitter was actually an elderly relative who had passed away from a heart attack before reaching the little one's home. In every iteration of this legend, the couple eventually returned home with hearts shrouded in darkness. They found their son, no longer alive, swollen and tightly bound to his high chair, a silent witness to an inexplicable event that defied rationality. The shadow of the tragedy lingered, haunting through the walls of the house as if harboring a dark secret that would never be fully revealed. Number 5. Horse carriage. South Africa, a land not only filled with ordinary legendary tales, but also with supernatural events that send shivers down one's spine. One chilling story dates back to 1887, as recorded by Mayor Alfred Ellis in South African sketches. 4 courageous individuals, Luterot, Sururia, Anthony de Heer, and a mysterious unnamed guest, embarked on a journey by horse-drawn carriage from Ceres to Beaufort West. Unbeknownst to them, fate led them to the Spookveld, an area known as a haunted region, even marked as such on ancient maps of South Africa. During their journey, a carriage wheel suddenly came loose, taking until 3 a.m. to repair. However, as they prepared to resume their journey, a startling event occurred. Their horses, as if struck with fear, fell silent and refused to move forward. Then, a thrilling sound echoed from a distance, the sound of a carriage approaching at a menacing speed. Looking towards the source of the sound, they were met with a terrifying sight: a mysterious coachman with his whip, driving 14 horses at supernatural speed. Without hesitation, Serurier, Luterot, and the unnamed guest leaped from the horse-drawn carriage, leaving De Heer in control. However, De Heer swiftly seized the reins and firmly steered their carriage away from the deadly path traversed by the otherworldly horses. With a face full of anger, De Heer shouted at the ghostly coachman, who was nearly about to collide with them, "Where are you heading?" The coachman, expressionless, replied, "To hell." And miraculously, the coachman and the entire convoy of horses vanished without a trace. Yet, the strangeness did not end there. A week after the incident, Luterot and his companions discovered the tragic fate of De Heer. His lifeless body was found at the bottom of a gorge, surrounded by the wreckage of the horse-drawn carriage and the decaying bodies of horses. They realized that challenging the ghostly coachman was a terrifying curse. Since then, this tale serves as a warning to anyone intending to challenge the dark forces that cross the Spookveld in South Africa. Courage often brings calamity, and the mysterious shadow of the ghostly coachman continues to haunt the minds of those bold enough to underestimate his supernatural powers. Number 6. Poinciana Tree Woman Spirit. Behind the glittering stars dancing in the Australian sky hides a spine-chilling legend passed down from mouth to mouth. The Poinciana woman, a mysterious spirit haunting the dark regions of the town of Broome in Western Australia, has been dancing in the collective subconscious of the community from generation to generation. However, the shadow of this woman is not confined to one place. It is ingrained in eerie tales that traverse various corners of Australia. The Poinciana tree, with its striking blood-red flowers, becomes the setting where life and death intertwine. In this narrative, a beautiful yet mysterious woman emerges from the darkness, creeping beneath the awe-stricken shadow of the Poinciana tree. Identified as an indigenous woman, her story involves tragedy and supernatural power that shakes the soul. On a dark night in East Point, Darwin, a gruesome urban myth unravels. A young woman falls victim to the cruelty of Japanese fishermen who defile her innocence. However, her tragic life does not end in this world. When news of her pregnancy is revealed, trapped by fear and despair, she ends her life by hanging herself from the branches of the Poinciana tree. From that point onward, her tormented spirit begins to wander, taking the form of a charming white figure. Under the moonlight, she lures men with her beautiful charm, disguising herself as a dark angel, enticing them into the abyss of darkness. However, once someone is tempted and ensnared by her allure, the poinciana woman transforms into a horrifying creature. Her once enchanting face turns into the visage of a wicked witch filled with cruelty. Her sharp claws, like knives, tear open the victims' abdomens, cruelly extracting their intestines. Only those brave enough to face a specific fear can summon the poinciana woman. By spinning their bodies 3 times in the dark night, without a single moonlight shadow while uttering her name, they can invoke this terrifying spirit. Her distinctive scream will serve as a terrifying sign that they have successfully summoned her unexpected presence. Number 7. Teke Teke. This Japanese legend is undeniably horrifying. According to the tale, a female office worker was raped and beaten by United States soldiers in Hokkaido several years after the end of World War II. On that fateful night, the young woman jumped from a bridge and was struck by a passing train beneath it, severing her body at the waist. Due to the extremely cold weather, her blood did not immediately spill, allowing her to drag the upper part of her body to the station. A shocked station attendant then threw a plastic sheet over her, and the woman died in agony. According to the enduring legend, 3 days after hearing or reading this story, the ghost of a woman will visit, accompanied by the sound of teke teke as she crawls towards you using her arms. Escape is impossible because she can leap at speeds of up to 150 kilometers per hour. Her task is to capture as many people as possible, then cut and steal the lower parts of the victims' bodies. The only way to free oneself is by answering a few questions from her. If she asks whether you need legs, you must answer that you need them right now. And if she inquires about who told you the story, you must respond with Kashima Reiko. Therefore, the moral message of this tale is to treat others kindly, or they might split you in 2. It's a message that speaks to all of us. Thank you for watching our video. Always support our channel by hitting the subscribe, like and bell buttons so you won't miss out on other exciting videos.